Hey guys, welcome back to the Psalms to God YouTube channel. I apologize for any nasal soundingness in my voice. I have been struggling with the flu for the past 2 weeks, which is why I haven't been putting out videos according to schedule. And so instead of rushing to try to get a journaling hour video prepped for this week, instead I thought I would give you guys a walkthrough of my daily devotion journal. I've mentioned it back in December, and I figured I would show you guys how it's going and also talk a little bit about catching up when you fall behind, because absolutely having the flu, I got very behind. In my mind, I did not really factor in getting sick like for an extended period of time. I don't usually get really, really sick. Normally, like I might have some sinus trouble or like a migraine or something. So I may miss like a day here or a day there. And I padded my schedule for this reading plan with like review days and some verses because there's more text there. I gave myself like 2 days to go through it or 3 days or something like that. And so it's like, okay, well, I'll just do extra studying the next day to make sure I get through all the verses within the 2 days or whatever. And so I didn't really think that I would have like some extended period of time that would set me back. So when I got the flu, I was very shocked at how quickly things started going sideways. I was down for like a week where I just couldn't even get out of bed. I had a high fever, I had the chills. So I wasn't even really reading the Bible to try to like focus or think about it where I could do like a digital version of it or anything like that. I was very much just like trying to survive. And then once I could actually get up and walk around, I still didn't feel well enough to like focus. And I didn't feel like there was any point in trying to journal or read the text when I couldn't focus on it or process it. So it was like a week and a half of verses and like the plan that I just completely missed because of the flu. So going into it, once I got back to a point where I could sit down and read and think and pray and focus on what, the text was conveying, I had to stop and think, what should I do? What is best for me to make sure that I continue and I don't give up and I don't get frustrated? And this answer is going to be different for each and every one of you. Some people may prefer to just skip to where they're supposed to be and continue like as scheduled and then just figure out what they missed later or just forget about what they missed. Some people are going to want to try to double up and make it work. I ended up being one of those double it up and just get back on schedule type of people. But either one can work. If you looked at my website and you looked at the reading plan, then you'll know that I've broken it up into these like little chunks. And at the end of each chunk, I have like a review day. And so there was a moment when I thought maybe I would just start with the reading that was scheduled for the day that I went back to journaling. And then on those review days, then I would make up the text that I missed. But I really didn't want to do that since I'm trying to do a chronological Bible study. I wanted to keep things chronological. And so instead, I decided to just put in extra time in those first couple of days that I went back to studying. And so I have some entries that, they were supposed to be across 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or whatever. And I did them all in one day. I also, because of the nature of where I was in the study, I didn't do any word studies for the time that I missed. And it wasn't so much that I was trying to cut corners, but the passages that were there were mostly about the birth of Christ. And so there weren't necessarily a lot of words that I felt like I needed to do a word study on, where it was like, oh, I'm shortchanging myself. It was just like, oh yeah. I mean, if I had been doing things on schedule, maybe I would have taken time to look for a word, but no words jumped out at me, so I just kept it moving and I kept it simple so that I could pack as much into the day as possible. It took me about 3, maybe 4 days to get back in line with where I was supposed to be, and now I am current. So when I get to the end of the month, I will have done all of the reading that I plan to do for January, which puts me on target for February, which is why you see me setting up for February. I skipped a couple of pages ahead, and hopefully what I have left in January will fit in those pages. I got really nervous, but I wanted to go ahead and start setting up for February, not setting up on February 1st. I think I've mentioned a couple of times that's one of the hazards of journaling in this manner, is that it's very hard to predict where pages will fall and do pre-setup things. But you live and you learn, and the more you journal, even for me, each month it'll be easier to predict how much text I expect for each entry, because you start to fall into a pattern, and that makes it easier to predict where pages should be. So I went ahead and started setting up for February. January was mostly on the birth of Christ and the ministry of John the Baptist. And then February is going to focus a lot on the early ministry of Jesus, the time he spent in the wilderness, like his first miracles, the first things that he was teaching and things like that. But it's been really fun to go back and study the Gospels and to take my time with it. One thing I will say that I'm nervous about in terms of February, so I picked a fruit for each month, because I thought fruit would be easier to draw. And then there's the whole thing with the fruit of the Spirit, and I'm doing the true vine and the vines that bear good fruit. And, it went together. It made sense. And so strawberry is the fruit for the month of February, which is also fitting for February. But I'm really nervous because one of the commitments that I made when I started this journal was that I wanted to be able to hand draw all of the artwork. I have a tendency to rely on stickers in my journals, and I wanted to improve my own artwork. So I committed to drawing everything by hand. And then I got this crazy idea. I have so many art supplies, and I wanted to be able to use all of them and to improve with each of them, and also just to see which ones I actually like versus the ones that I just have around because I just have them. So for each month, I kind of picked an art supply and was like, this is the medium that I'm going to use for doing the artwork. So in January, I used watercolor pens. I showed them briefly when I was doing the flip through. But I used watercolor brush markers to do like the pictures of the oranges, and it came out well. It looked good on the paper. It didn't bleed through. That was a good experience. For February, I chose colored pencils, and those strawberries were a struggle. I do not like the way they looked. I don't like the way they came out. I do not think I can do a whole month of colored pencil artwork because I just don't like how it's looking. So I've been trying to think in my mind of how I can fix it. I may end up cheating and going back and doing like acrylic markers because I can easily draw over the colored pencil. I may do acrylic markers and then do like colored pencil over them or something. I don't know. I really don't like it. So I know that it's going to bother me if I leave it as it is. I have a sketchbook that I bought that I doodle in, and I'm probably going to do some strawberry doodles in that and try to figure out what I can come up with. I would love to stick with my commitment and do colored pencil, but I also don't want to take away from actually like learning and growing spiritually because I'm freaking out about how ugly the strawberries that I'm drawing are. So I'm gonna work on that some and see how that turns out. But I have set up for February. Really excited how everything goes. And as I get back to 100%, I will get back into my Woman of God journal, the Echoes of Eve journal that I've been using for the journaling hour. And I'll try to get up more episodes of that. I think I have one more episode for the letter B before we can jump on to the letter C. Leave me comments if you guys really want to see every single entry in that journal, or if you would like me to alternate between this daily devotion journal and the Women of God journal. Um, Still, sorting out how content actually looks. But thank you guys for tuning in and being patient with me. I hope you guys are doing well and starting off 2026 strong. Um, Stay safe, wash your hands, don't be in crowds of lots of people, do not get the flu. It is horrible. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. But yeah, I should be back to making videos more frequently, and hopefully we'll have a journaling hour video out for you guys next week. Bye, guys.